Radiant team pick.
Alright, so at the end of the day, we go all pick on accident because Mount screwed up. Big oops indeed. So we remake, we try to do all random. Shit bugs out and goes crazy. I didn't like that. So now we're doing Captain's Draft. So at least a little more fun than normal. Can't see the hero pool, which is one downside to this mode. They should put an option, something to click that can pull up the available hero pools for broadcasters. But either way, we've got some bans. Nyx Assassin going to be taken out, as well as Razor, Medusa, and Elder Titan, all taken out. All actually somewhat common heroes. Maybe not the Medusa here in IXDL NEL, but a push strat coming out here. Chen and a Beastmaster, the Inner Beast with Chen. And his creep will do a lot early if they decide to push with it. Meanwhile, Arteezy goes with a Visage, Lone Druid, and a Tusk. So lots of early aggression and burst damage with the Tusk and Visage, and maybe Lone Druid going to sit around and solo farm. Wow, the push strat Fear goes for the Lycan third, a hero that is still really, really good. A little awkward to lane though, and of course his Wolves got kind of owned a long time ago post TI2. He was actually one of the most picked heroes at TI2, believe it or not. Kind of fallen off the radar since. See him every once in a while. We see him here tonight in Captain's Draft, going for a push lineup. They go for Dazzle as well. Can heal the creep wave, burst down the creep wave, helps for pushing, and of course the Shadow Weave is actually pretty ridiculous. I don't think it affects buildings yet, just enemy heroes. Increases your armor and decreases their armor. So a really good spell for team fights that may happen near the towers that they are pushing. So Fear, very evident the type of draft style he's going for here in this game. Arteezy, meanwhile, taking a little time with the last two picks. No idea what they could possibly be because I don't know the heroes that are currently involved in the game right now. Alright. It's kind of weird that they get two picks right into one. I think it should go like 1 and then 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. I don't know. Maybe that would be weirder. Either way, they pick up Skywrath and Leshrac. So yeah, lots of early magic burst with that Skywrath, concussive shot and his orb. What is that actually even called? Arcane Bolt and concussive shot Edict, and of course Split Earth provide a lot as well. On top of, I guess, right into the ice cave that Tusk is going to go ahead and create. And Visage with the Soul Assumption. Big nuker as now the last pick for Fear. What's it going to be? I expect Chen, jungle, obviously. Lycan Dazzle there in the safe lane. Maybe a couple points there in Shallow Grave just to keep Lycan alive. But usually you just go 1, 1, 1. And then get some points, 3 points in your Poison Stun. As a Brewmaster is picked up, if this was last night, that would have been 5 drinks for everybody. So if you are drinking, feel free to do that, but not going to happen here, for me at least, tonight. And if you didn't watch last night, it was a lot of fun. Probably going to do those drinking game casts maybe every Friday, I suppose, unless everyone starts going out on Friday. Who knows what happens. But check out the VODs. They were very fun. They should be the VODs from the 27th. And yeah, Brewmaster. Could be interesting. Good for pushing. Good for the team fights that are going to actually break out. It's not really great for pushing, but with the ultimate, could possibly turn these team fights around. Could go great for him.
10 seconds remaining.
And of course, I'm Helium from Twitch TV/Fmbpdota. Make sure to check it out. Make sure to follow. If you're watching in game, I'd love for you to just put the stream on as well. Would mean a lot for me. And of course follow. Check out Mount, he's the main caster for this, NEODota.com, or just Twitch TV/NEODota, I believe, is what he's on right now. But we're inside the game, it is Captain's Draft. Let's check out the teams. Arteezy, not really an Arteezy hero, taking the Lone Druid into the top lane, is going to be rocking the Cauldron of Xerix. As now Visage here, Tyzilla playing a mean support. Did well last game on the Shadow Demon. Right now, Tyzilla, though, on the Visage for this game. 1437, supporting on the Leshrac. Ryu Boraz making a bit of a splash there. Well, I remember what team he plays for in MLG. I want to say Pretty Boy Swag there on the Tusk. And Darkshape with a really cool staff. Eye of the Eerie right now. as well as some sweet wings from TI3. That's going to be Dark Sheep here on the Skywrath Mage. And over to the Radiant, we've got Snaking Dota again playing that one role. Looks like he's kind of transitioned out of the mid lane. Always sees Snaking picking up these one role carries for himself in NEL at least. Fear playing his role here. Going to be Chen. Seen him play Chen quite a few times. Definitely knows what's up, of course. As these players are quite good. And now we've got BDiz on the Dazzle. Mid lane going to be Universe on the Beastmaster, no surprise there. And Pandago, maybe going to be a roaming around sort of support Brewmaster, but for the moment, we'll be sort of just off laning. I'm surprised they don't just put him mid. Would do okay, and Universe can sack the Ancients and farm them. Maybe worried Universe would never find the space to do so there. But we'll see. He got destroyed last game on Nature's Prophet versus a Weaver. Did not have a fun time. Looking for a different game in a captain's draft here. And NEL, the NADotA2 Elite League, as the creep clash in the mid lane. And Dark Sheep probably will do pretty well in this lane, but actually Fear sends, or not Fear, excuse me, he's the drafter. Snaking, gonna go ahead and throw the Wolves to the mid lane. Be annoying, but Snaking could be in a lot of trouble. Their support's coming around. Looks like Tusk isn't farming. They're gonna farm a Leshrac apparently instead. Maybe Boris. No, he's got sentries. They're farming Leshrac. They're going to carry Leshrac right now. As interesting. I like it. I think it's definitely viable. Snaking, maybe AFK? What is he doing here? The heal from Dazzle is a lot. Great defensive support there. And they've even got the Harpy Stormcaller from Fierce Chen down here doing work. It can pump out the damage. 140 damage. And he can spam about 10 of those off. It's really nice, and it may help secure the lane. Meanwhile, mid, Universe in a lot of trouble. Mana on Dark Sheep. The Orb and the auto attack is enough. Universe taken down. Really going to have a hard time in that lane. Skywrath's burst damage is really strong, especially versus melees. Can't really trade effectively. They will get the Harpy. They expend a lot of mana on it, but at least that annoyance is gone. And Universe respawning. It looks like Fear Chen was coming over to do something. Going to continue to jungle. Still level 1 as a result of using his creep to mess with the lane. But I guess it's all for the greater good. Going to make sure that Snaking gets up those last hits and levels early on. We see him at 4 right now. And Chen can catch up later when they win the team fights because of the Lycan. But definitely wants level 5 to get to creep and quickly push down those bottom towers. Dark Sheep, though, off the first blood bottle. Null Talisman as well. Started off with strong last-hitting items as the Universe just with the bottle. The rune spawns top. It will be double damage at the moment. And this matchup in the top lane doesn't go well either. It will just... Anyway, bottom lane... Thought there was action. No, I kind of thought this was going to be off lane. Didn't really I guess I did expect the aggressive, actually. I just wasn't thinking. Pandago not going to be playing a utility. Panda will just be up here farming. But this lane, it's not great for him. He's got 5 last hits to 9, being out-denied heavily. And at level 5, going to be a big kill window there for the Lone Druid. Should be pretty easy for him. But later on to the game, though, Panda's Drunken Haze will actually have a very big impact, I think, on that Spirit Bear. Could be a good spell for it. We'll see if we notice an effect in this game as Fear comes in for the kills with the Centaur. Nice split earth there from the Leshrac 1437 right onto Snaking. But here comes the counter initiation. The snowball. Will it land? No, it doesn't land. Now out of mana. Snaking getting low. The Shadow Grave will go off as well as the heals. So doing work there. It stays on him. Wow. Almost ran out. Tyzilla will drop, making the kills 1-1 overall. The first kill in the tri-lane versus tri-lane, or dual lane, but Fear does come over to make it 3 versus 3, and they net a kill off of it. It was a bit of an awkward engagement. Tusk thought he could go back in. Boris, though, it didn't latch. Visage went to back him up. Takes the fall there for the team. In the mid lane, however, is the CS, equaling up Universe at 16, actually 12 above Dark Sheep. What build is he going for right now? So 2-1-1, has the Hawk to look for runes, but has a ward for that at the moment. I expect him to maybe get 3 points and Call of the Wild, and then continue to max up Inner Beast. We'll see. Generally, if you get 1 point, you definitely want 3. The Hawk has insane vision and invisibility at level 3, and is just way more useful. And of course, you get the Boar at level 2, so finish it to level 3. And 18 bonus attack speed is pretty nice. We'll keep the wave pushed, push it against Dark Sheep, and make it a little harder for him to farm, maybe under the tower. Seems to be working out thus far. Is ahead in the CS and denies at the moment, but does have the death from that lane, actually, so hurt him a little bit. As Dark Sheep picks up the haste, they're looking to dive the Panda here. There's some drawings on the map. Is the wave going to be pushed? Bora's here in the top lane. Looks like they're just going to have this duo lane. Leshrac still going carries, got Tranquils, and yeah, Pandago being very cautious and a little rude. Gonna throw out the all chat there. They see Dark Sheep trying to rotate, but this buys more time for Universe to farm in the mid lane. And yeah, Bora's also not doing anything. Looks like they're trying to push down the tower. They have the siege. This is the siege wave, so they rotate a hero up, trying to go ahead and kill that tower. But meanwhile, in the bot lane, it's giving Snaking a lot of room. He's got 12 last hits there. Leshrac at 16, but it's Leshrac, so we'll see how much he can get done with that. As the ice goes out, are the roots Root Gaming? I mean, it's got like 4 attacks in, but no, the Drunken Haze paying off big. The stun, the snow, diving the tower right now for this. And are they going to get it? The Drunken Haze is still on at the moment, can apply another if he needs to. Here comes the rotation, though, from Universe. Artor, a.k.a. Arteezy, still very low. Roar is up. They throw it out. There's no mana right now, and Dark Sheep comes around from the mid lane as well. And oh my gosh, I clicked off the screen. We haven't missed any action, though. The net from the Troll Warlord. Fear rotates up as well. Universe caught in the Mystic Flare, so right now it goes 1 for 1. Tyzilla goes down. Where did he go down? Does actually respawn. And Brewmaster, we saw him go down. Looks like a root did eventually happen. The Drunken Haze wore off. And then I clicked off my screen and it went crazy and I kind of missed the action. But meanwhile, in the bottom lane, the Poison Sting is up to level 3. He gets stunned, and Snaking, not even going to have to bother to go into that, can just farm it up while the Wolves do the work and get the kill. But it was a nice rotation over from Dark Sheep to clean up Pandago there on the Brewmaster. Did finish him off, I believe, just with a 1-2 concussive Arcane Bolt combination. Now they try to initiate on Snaking. It misses. The Grave Chill's enough to slow him down. The snowball, that is, gonna latch, but here comes the stun out. The turnaround, the Howl, max to 2 points, but Leshrac is there. Shallow Grave, will they chase? Beatus gets the kill, but can he save Snaking? 1437 hot on the chase. The heal as well, he gets out. Big plays by Beatus on the Dazzle. He is owning. Thanks KZZ there, doing work. Can he man fight this? Let's see. Dazzle, not a hero we see a lot, but when played right, can do work. Universe with DD. Roar off of cooldown, but has no mana, wants to go in, wants to auto attack this. Bora's, though, gonna say no with the body block. If Universe had mana, would have been yet again another kill there for them, but not gonna be the case. No wonder he's level 7. Beatus is level 7. He's level 6 right now. Snaking is only level 4. Interesting. Beatus maybe getting some of the kills. Living, I think, when Snaking died. Did Snaking die? No, he's 1-0-2 right now, but Beatus is 3-0-1 at the moment. Is feeling comfortable in his role there on the 4. There's 4 heroes down here at the moment. Lycan rolls middle with Fear. Not going to just sit in free farm all game. Will get involved. Going to start to push. The mid at tier 1, it goes down. Normally you push bot first, but when there's a tri-lane there, make it a quad lane. Really hard to push. I'm not used to these Ake ganks, though. Fear, yeah, definitely playing very well. Sacrificing his levels, but still manages to hit 5 around the 7-minute mark. And they're looking to push the tier 2. And with the edict from 14... Oh... Without the edict from 1437, they really have no pushing power and are going to lose a tier 2 potentially just for a bottom tier 1 tower that's not all that important actually at the end of the day. Let's see, though, if they can continue to get this tower. Howl is coming off a cooldown now. Are they going to use it? Maybe going to try to save it for the team fight. Howl goes out. They get the tower. What's going on mid? Arteezy wants to know. Is team letting him down? Arteezy trying to farm. He is farming well. 38 last hits, but they lose a mid tier 1 and a tier 2. No one comes to defend until now, and it's way too late. So some misplay. Snaking, though, could be caught out here. Is Dazzle around? Beatus throw out the grave. It's not there. Where was Beatus? He's bottom farming it up on the Dazzle. They get a kill there. They take out Snaking. He's a carry. His net worth, though, he's actually second there at 2,900 gold, almost 3k. Arteezy on the Lone Druid at 3,100. So doing a little bit better, just a little bit more ahead, despite all the tower gold going in Snaking's favor. Probably the only reason he's that high anyway. If we check the last hits, we see him only with 25. Compare that to 39. Universe took a death really early, but thus far managed to live and get some CS up there, 35-2, so having a nice game for him. And now Snaking and Beatus are back together in the bot lane. If Beatus was mid, I think they could have turned that team fight around, or at least Snaking could have potentially got out, but we've got to go top. There's action there. No, being able to control that bear, it's a good skill. It's a bare necessity, dare I say it. You can body block with it, you can get roots as you run away, so good micro, definitely pays off on this hero. It's not really too hard. Make sure to turn auto attack off when you play Lone Druid. It makes it a lot easier. As in the bot lane, more action beat is with the Shallow Grave. 2 points in it actually to lower the cooldown. I like where this man goes with his skill builds. But the Soul Assumption to follow up. Tyzilla not going to make the same mistake this time. Waits for it to end. Throws the Soul Assumption. Although, to be fair, the first time that happened, didn't really have much of a choice. Universe, though, roaming around. He's done with farming, though still doing well. 42 last hits. Looking to use his Roar. And is that the Lycan build? I say it is. It really should be. Howl is ridiculous. It costs 20 mana. It's insane. It's global. It's almost like a troll ult, honestly. It's not, but I mean, kind of. You see where I'm going with it. It's very strong, and don't be surprised when you see Lycan versus Darkseer, and Lycan gets more farm than the Darkseer when he's creep skipping. It's that good. We'll need a bit of regen for that, but I think Lycan's a great hero. I'd definitely always pick him up. Maybe not always, but, you know, in a best of 3, why not? Throw it out there one game, throw the other team off, though. Action in the top lane at Split Earth. Split Earth. Primal Split goes out onto Arteezy. He is tanky, 10 armor, 1300 health, but the burst damage is there. Fear with the stuns, and the burn damage from the Pandas is going to get it, but here comes 1437 and Ryu Boris from MLG fresh out right now as Tyzilla goes to town. Leshrac with the Lightning Bolt will get a pick up a kill there. Lightning Storm actually does quite a bit of damage. Probably the better skill to go for more teamfight damage early on. But Edict obviously better for pushing and still decent teamfight damage as Ryu Boris trying to chase the creep, and Fear is going to use Hand to God. Not just for his creep, he is actually getting quite low. The Familiars though hitting for about 4 damage at the moment. That's how much they do with the armor reduction, maybe even less. They're not going to be able to get that kill. And Fear, he's going to get away just fine. Is Blue really alive? Indeed he is, as Snaking now picking up a Vlad's. And after that, it's 5-5. The kills are all leveled up, but we check the gold graph. Big advantage, almost 7k right now. Probably 6 for the Radiant XP though, right in the middle. And Snaking with help from Universe with the auras here, combination, they can get this really fast. The Familiar scouted out. The Dire, very aware at the moment. The stuns go out, and they abort the mission. Wisely so, although Beta's here to back them up. Interestingly enough, although, yeah, I guess Leaf Poison Touch at 3 makes sense. Shadow Wave is a lot of damage, and Shallow Grave becomes a 15-second cooldown at level 4. It's actually a really good spell, and I think leveling it up may not be as dumb or stupid as people think and tend to make fun of you for in pubs. I think it's pretty good. That 15 seconds is really annoying, but he's got 3 spells that are all great, and you definitely want levels in it. And even though his ult is amazing, it's kind of like Darkseer's Wall. If you're not going to be doing 5-man Dota, there's really no reason to pick it up all that early, but looks like maybe that time has come. Pandago and Beat grouped up here on the cliff, looking to find some more. Maybe Tyzilla as a Universe, still looking to use that Roar, has a regen rune. Can they find anyone? We've got 5 heroes moving down into the bot lane to possibly gank Snaking. Are they going to smoke up? Indeed they do. They will smoke up. And I had an idea about smokes. I think when they smoke, a lot of times us casters or broadcasters or viewers even don't see it. I think they should put a little cloud that would like float here where they smoked, so that you know. But either way, here comes the gank. We'll get off of that idea. It's a good one though. Snaking goes down, 1437. Picking up the kill there on Lycan. Nice, we are winners, says Arteezy. That was almost a positive comment. I think it's veiled in sarcasm, but seeming pretty positive at the moment. Leshrac, still no points in Edict, has 1 now. The tower, though, with this much of a presence from the Dire team, standing no chance. However, looking for the trade on the top lane, they've got Inner Beast, they've got Hal, and they've got a little army of skeletons. So the tier 1 tower in a lot of trouble at the moment. It drops, and the push continues. Maybe looking to trade tier 2s here. We'll see about that. Snaking in the mid lane has Hal available. Ultimate form up as well. Look at his build. Power treads Vladimir's offering. Meanwhile, Arteezy, Midas, Boots, wow, doing very well. Midas, and of course, Orb of Venom, cycling the Midas to the bear to get the attack speed, and then of course, give it back to use it on your person as the push in the bot comes. but it's really slow compared to the push top from the Radiant, taking the towers. Every single outer tower gone. Well, not yet. The Fortify is popped. Universe goes back bottom, wants to defend. What happens down here? Gets stunned up with the Split Earth. Familiars to follow up. They keep him there. Both teams pop Fortify. The Radiant hold on to their bottom tier 2. Meanwhile, the Dire will lose their top tier 2. So the trade does not go in their way. They do kill Snaking prior to that, so they're ahead in kills, but maybe not for long. Beat is Shallow Grave. Can they buy enough time? I don't think so. Arteezy very tanky right now. Beat is will be sent back by Fear. The Shallow Grave as well as the Test of Faith. Yeah, right? Yeah, Test of Faith. I play Chen like every game, and I still can't get these abilities straight since they split them up a couple patches ago. But yeah, wow. What a play actually between those two players. Former teammates. Actually, no, did Fear and Beat I'm sure they play together. But both formerly EG, now Fear on the team. Beat not quite. Was trying out for Dignitas, not sure what his story is at the moment, as we see Snaking once again here, trying for another Roshan attempt. The TPs come in, and the Dire makes a move towards the pit. They know what's happening, and they need to stop it. They can't let Snaking get this, and even pull further ahead in this game. Although, as I say that, the gold in their favor. XP is not, however, as the kills. But here's the roar from Universe onto 1437. He goes down the casual shadow wave there by Beat and here comes Pandago blinking up aggressively. Has the Blink Dagger finished and Mana Boots looking to ult if needed. Tyzilla in a lot of trouble. He will be dropping the axes, but no, Beat picks it up. Level 9 at the moment. He's the 4th highest level in the game. 3 level 9s. He's the lowest one, though, as Ryboris finds Snaking, throws out the ice. That's going to block Roche. He's not too happy about that. He even kills a Familiar in Rage, but Snaking ults up. He's chasing Ryboris. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the push comes on from the creep. Familiar stuns to save. Maybe to save? No, he goes down. He just disappeared, actually. Lycanthrope. Going to kill Tusk there, as Pandago comes to assist. The push, though, comes. The tier 3 in danger at the moment, and after that make it 8 to 6 XP Graph. Gonna turn around. Gold Graph as well. Tower's now in trouble, and this is why you don't normally see a carry Leshrac, and he even builds a Ghost Scepter on top of his farm in that lane. And now Pandago Shallow Grave will live. Beat is player of this game, actually, and sent back there. Fear, probably the second player of this game, doing very well. Snaking continues farm, has the Aegis of Vlad's and Medallion, as well as Treads, and another 1400 gold, so maybe looking for a Basher, BKB, or a Necronomicon. All great choices, but if they really want to keep up this push momentum and this push strat that they have drafted, gonna have to expect the Necronomicon, so we'll see that coming up here pretty soon. Vlad's going to be great for pushing as well. Fear is on a -7 losing streak. Well, I guess the negative implies that. Wants to get back into it, picking Chen Dazzle. Apparently, that's a try-hard comp. I don't know if it really is, but the draft, I would say, had a strategy, had a point, and a purpose, and a style of pushing early. Pretty good aggression as well, and able to stay alive and send back those with Shallow Grave. So they've got a plan. Maybe a try-hard draft. It was Captain's draft, and we see here the Dire kind of just have a random assortment of heroes. Snaking, though, could be in trouble. Ult up, max speed. Now, will he outrun the snowball? No, it goes. Going to be latched up in the ice as well. Walrus Punch to follow. Snaking, though, looks like he will be able to run away. Outrunning Arcane Bolts for days. You're not able to be slowed, actually, so if you're wondering why Concussive Shot didn't slow, you can't be slowed, so that's it. Got to pick up stuns when you go against Lycan. Slows aren't going to be enough. And yes, there is a pretty big problem here. The tier 3s looking to be taken here at the 18-minute mark. So the Dire, Radiant, excuse me, playing very well. The Dire in a bit of a pickle here. And if you're watching in game, I'd love to have you on stream. I may do one more. I kind of wanted to go to bed at a reasonable hour tonight. So yeah, I think this actually may be the last, but if you're watching in stream, thank you. If you're watching in game, please check out the stream, twitch.tv/FMBpdota. Make sure to subscribe or follow there, and make sure to follow Mount as well over at NEODOTA. He's also casting tonight, and a big shout out to him, Spitwad and IX Mike, for helping me get in these lobbies, helped me establish my casting. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you follow on Twitch for your CEVO and NEL action, and maybe some big things in the works for me as a caster. May be teaming up with Eat, Sleep, Play for a big tournament in 2014. but I tried out today, so we'll see how I did. On that, we've got Pendago blinking in, engages out. The slow onto Boris slows down the snowball. It's not going to land. Fear throws out the ultimate universe with the roar. They take out the Tusk. He drops Earth Panda to go down, but no casualties yet for the Dire. They get the tier 3 tower. Roche respawns in 3 minutes. Do they even need it? Snaking able to run out of there just fine. And meanwhile, Tyzilla still healthy over there. Fighting going on. Raging even. Lightning Storm goes out. They want to kill the bear. It will be stunned. It sits down in submission as it takes a beating here from the Radiant team. And the Rack's exposed. And now they focus their Inner Beast as well as Howl. And of course Lycan's own aura. Feral Impulse doing a lot of work here. TPs though come in. That's going to be Tusk. He's back. Can he stun too? Will go on Universe. The Force Staff to save. That's going to sort of... That was interesting. VODS drops. I guess doesn't have that 15-second cooldown yet as the team fight continues to rage. Pendago stunned up. Soul Assumption as well. It looks like he will drop. And maybe my FPS maybe dropping a little on some of these bigger fights since I really bumped up the settings on the stream. But hopefully it should just look really clear. And... yeah, keeping me up there. I'm ready. I'm ready to compete with BTS. I'm ready to compete with the GD studio. Of course, I love them. They do an amazing job, but I want some of the action too. So maybe one day I'll get there. I can only get there if you guys follow, spread the word. Helium and Orbit, not with me tonight, but Fmbpdota, and that stands for Fast Mouse Button Pushers. And there's that Necro I talked about on snaking. Picks it up. Pretty obvious he was going for it. VODS goes for some boots. The Power Treads. VODS, the Battle Dazzle. Probably the player of the game. Pretty high net worth. Actually, everyone is except for really Tusk and Visage right now. They've got 2 Necro books up, I believe, someone pointing out. Chen has picked up a level 1 and a level 2 Necro right now here for snaking as the push continues in the bot lane. The middle racks, however, still stand. The kills rather low for NEL, 9 to 8 at 21 minutes, but looking for more staking to drop. Had the Aegis, however. Roche respawning soon. Oh, Aegis reclaimed 3 minutes. It wasn't Roche. Okay, got it. So that doesn't make sense. Roche in 5, actually, but the Aegis down. Boris will drop. The poorest person in the game right now is 1437 trying to battle Universe. The Atos comes out, snaking to chase, and that Atos is on. Oh, the Mystic Flare doing a lot of damage. He goes down to the Lightning Storm, actually. Meanwhile, mid, Fear tried to get out of this. Not going to happen. The entangle there from Arteezy. They take him down. Visage cleans up the kill. Meanwhile, Pendago and VODS need to run themselves away from this. However, the kills go even. 11 to 10. Still a 1 kill discrepancy between the two teams. Yes, the stream can get items. I see some people asking there in the chat. Exactly. If you watch in-game and on stream, double your chances. I don't know if that's actually right. But the stream gives items. In-game gives items. I'm not sure if it doubles your chances, but why not go on both? Support the NADotA scene. And always great to see people talking in the chat as this game, I would say, looks to be over. The mid-racks here pretty battered. They missed the tier 3 tower. Bot lane as well. Tier 3 tower's gone. So they're exposed. They've got great carries in the Lone Druid. I'd say the Tusk, but yeah, he has a net worth of 1900, boots 1 and a bracer, so not going to be doing anything. It's pretty much all up to Arteezy's Lone Druid to come back in this game. Farming well, the most farmed hero, but in terms of net worth, still actually in first, which is surprising, probably due to the early Midas pickup. But we've got snaking with tons of tower gold, not as much CS, but they're at 9.8k gold, and Universe in the mid lane died to the Skywrath. I believe that was actually the first blood. Interesting. Hasn't died since. Has played really well since then. Phase, drums, blink dagger. So looking to be really gank happy there and initiate. But meanwhile in the bot lane, Force Staff up on VODS may save his life. They're gonna shallow grave himself. Throw out the weave as well, but he's gonna go down. There's no getting out of that. Especially from a Tusk in a choke point. But meanwhile, they do that. What an unfortunate Force Staff. I'd have to agree. He wanted to go over the ice and through the trees. But yeah, Primal Split here from Pendago blinks in as well, so they're definitely going hyper aggression and push. Can they get Arteezy? If they get him, he's doing work. Storm Panda goes down. Fire Panda, the one that really controls the damage, and Earth with the stuns, of course, doing work. Takes out 1437. Dazzle still on the deck from the last fight. Snaking here dies in the bot lane. Looks like a Mystic Flare cleaned him up here. Latch here onto Universe could be in trouble, and yeah, Mech going to be sent back by Fear, and Pendago able to scurry along with them out of there as Universe heads back to base there on the Beastmaster. And let's see, the mid lane. Everyone here right now, they have to be here for the Dire. They ganked a Dazzle. They put 5 heroes time into ganking a Dazzle. If we check the graphs, though, the Dire still ahead in XP, winning these kills, getting kills against heroes that have killing sprees, killing streaks, whatever, worth more gold as a result. So getting more back, and XP because they're higher level. But Radiant could be in trouble. That doesn't really make sense, though. I guess they were higher level. They're not anymore. The Dire catching up nicely there. The gold graph, though, 10,000. Plateauing off, dropping a little bit. I'd say there's still kind of a window of opportunity for this draft, but I don't know. Lycan's a really strong hero. Even with this build, it's going to do a lot of damage. Could probably take Arteezy one-on-one right now. What does he have? A Bass? Interesting choice. Not something you really want to have to get on a Lone Druid. But here comes the Necro as well as the Roar from Universe. 1437 on the deck. Tyzilla now trying to run away. Full points in Soul Assumption, but not going to be able to turn around to use it without dying. Nice blink and stomp as the Drunken Haze goes off onto the Spirit Bear. Nice counter to that hero. Mystic Flare is going to live through it with the Shallow Grave and the 4-step from Beat. What a player saving his team. They continue to chase it. Beat is looking to kill Ryu Boars. He will do just that. Universe onto a killing spree. Make it 3 down. Arteezy buyback on the Lone Druid. And Tyzilla able to live through that. But the Radiant looking for the end of the game here. It's in sight. They just need to continue pushing with this. They force 2 buybacks. Unfortunately, the Dire very low levels there. Respawning quickly. I think Dark Sheep might go down. Indeed, he will. Lone Druid, though, does pick off the Brewmaster there. Was that a Radiance? I see a Radiance. It's burning all over the place. A nice latch onto Snaking. Root Gaming there from Arteezy. The fight still going on right now. The Bear with the Radiance doing work at the moment and trying to go to the High Cliff, doesn't make it. They thought he did, though. Able to TP out. The ultimate even being thrown by Fear to ensure his survival. Meanwhile, the Creep doing their work. They are really strong. Swag, you know what I'm talking about. Not swag, what am I saying? Stay free, you know what I'm talking about. That was a while ago in MLG. That was pretty funny. As Universe picking up some more kills somewhere. That's going to be in the top lane. I see him getting some creeps. Takes out the Leshrac there. Easily done. Now the mid lane, Arteezy defending feverishly there with just himself, actually. The Bear. There it is. Brings it back to him. Was maybe pushing out another wave. But the top Rax, the tier 3 goes down. The Rax going down. Mega creeps look to be on the way. Alright, shout out to Vact No One, or Vac to No One. Choosing me over the other casters means a lot. Make sure to follow as well. I'm sure you probably already are. And I prefer watching in-game too, so I don't blame you. But hope my stream quality is up to snuff there with BTS, GD Studio, and whatever else. Looking to get into some pro games and tournaments soon as the team fights keep continuing. 17-4, only 3 kills separating the teams. However, the Dire are in a dire situation. Pandago throws off the ult on no HP thanks to Beat is on point with the Shallow Graves this game. Meanwhile, Ryu Boar is looking to get him. He does indeed. Beat is will drop. Meanwhile, though, Arteezy goes down to the Fire Panda doing work right now, and the Rax in trouble. That's the Megas. That's the game. I'm Helium, and this is going to be my last game tonight. I've cast 4. This is my 4th game today. I had a tryout for ESPL, a new league coming in 2014 to the in-game client. Should be awesome. I hope I am chosen. It would be a big step for me. But make sure, again, to follow. I know I keep saying it. I don't want to keep saying it. It's not fun to plug myself, but I kind of have to. So eventually when I get popular enough, I won't have to. And then we can just enjoy Dota. But anyway, they don't get the Megas. Well, the Necro unit's actually going to work. Interesting strategy against Necro units, which may actually be fixed pretty soon, because you can counter it with a Helm of Dominator, a very cheap item. The Mind Control or the Domination works, and you completely counter about a 3,000-4,000 gold item with about a 1,800 gold item. So maybe they fix it soon, but either way, more exciting NEL action. Go over to Mout's stream. Hopefully he continues. But I'm Helium from Fmbpdota. Follow here on Twitch. The VODs usually get posted the night of. You can check him out on YouTube as well, youtube.com/FmbpDota. I know it's a surprise that it would be the same thing. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube/FmbpDota. Check it out. Look for me to come up in the casting scene, hopefully. And once again, shout out to all the players. Lots of fun matches. I'll stop talking. Peace.